Outdoors, where I made a YouTube channel just so family can watch it. So with that being said, I got a wheel bearing going out in my truck, and we're going to be replacing that today. Here's the wheel bearing right here. I'm sure you all have seen one. This is non-ABS, so this is fairly cheaper. We're talking about the ABS version is well over 100, so this is $50 less than that. So I think this was like 58 bucks, and then the ABS was 44.75 more. The reason I knew that is because I got the ABS, started looking at it, and it wasn't ABS, so I didn't think it was. Yeah, so we're going to be doing that today. That's going to be fun, so stick around. Before we get started, this is a 300-pound brass crucible. I picked it up from work, so stick around to the end of the video, more on that. So before we get started, a couple ways you can find out if you have a bad wheel bearing is if it starts to hum or grind, when you make a turn a certain direction, the humming or grinding kind of goes away. Then you know usually it's a bad wheel bearing. Once you do have it jacked up, to find out if it goes both side to side and up and down and it wobbles, it's a bad wheel bearing. Now if it goes only this way, some play but still stiff, not wobbling, then you got a bad tie rod in. Now to check a ball joint, and it doesn't wobble, but if it goes up and down like such and doesn't wobble, then you have a bad ball joint. So there's some quick ways of finding out or diagnose your problem here. My problem is I got a bad wheel bearing, and today I'm going to be using my rigid impact wrench to be taking all these bolts off today. If they don't come off, I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way and use some muscle to get it off. So I'm going to get started on this, so please keep watching, and I will leave the, if I forget, I will put the sizes of the bolts in the video, or I'll call it out, so that way if you have this certain year of truck, you don't have to spend time looking for everything. So I'm going to get after it and enjoy the video. So I stopped here and give you guys a little rundown. If you have this year truck, the CV axle nut here is a 30 millimeter. These brake caliper bolts, they're a 1/4 inch hex nut. And then these bolts here, there's one here and one this side and one this side. That's a 21 millimeter. That's basically everything that you will need. Now the extras is going to be a big ass hammer, crowbar, map gas, and probably a few miscellaneous stuff. And I'll leave that in the description. I'll leave everything that I used. That way you can just look it up and grab it. But more on the hub, it's better with 2 people. So what I mean is, picked up this trick a long time ago, but this bolt here, and you got one up there and one on the other side, but mainly these 2 on each side. Put like a socket and then find something on your arm, and whether it's in this channel behind it or whatever, just kind of find some and then have the other person turn the steering wheel, and basically this will just pop off. Now I don't have that luxury. I just messed that up, but I don't have that accessory to a second helper right now. So I did this on my own, and what I ended up doing is I tried it. It helped a little bit, but you pound on here and this and underneath and back, and till it breaks free. And you will need some heat too, like this here. This little guy give me fits. You want to put some little heat on that to expand the metal out to get away from them threads to come out easier. Now you have to wash it because you don't want to burn this rubber bushing, and then you don't want to also screw up anything in there, which I'm not really worried about too much in there because I'm not using that much heat anyhow, but I'm worried about that. So just keep going back and forth, up around a little bit, and on the far end side there, and it will make it come out, and you don't have to worry about stripping so much all the time. But yeah, I'm gonna finish out putting this back together. So I'm gonna keep going on this, and unfortunately I need brake pads, so this is gonna be another time of taking this apart. So other than that, that's about it. So we'll put this thing back together. So this is a 300-pound crucible pot. It's for brass at work. I work in a foundry, so this was deemed out of service because it was fit unsafe for this reason here. You might not be able to see it because of the sun, but there's a crack and it goes down along, and this is the best I can explain it. It was on both sides, so this was taken out of service. So I figured, well, I'll make this into something. So with YouTube and the viewers and the subscribers, what do you think I should turn this into? Like a flower pot, whatever. I'm looking for ideas. So yeah, please leave it down in the comments and let me know. Thank you, and God bless.